How we doing, Joe? What's good? Hope everybody is having a wonderful holiday weekend. And yes, folks, we're starting a little late on this Saturday night is because, for those of you that don't know, the Rocket League tournament just completed about 15 minutes ago. And right when I got on here to start everything up, my computer said, so you gotta bear with me.
Just make sure that you tune in to List Wits. You're watching List Wits. If you're playing in my way, just make sure
Nope,
that you
2-4 did not win.
to List Wits.
But when you got relentless and lost souls on a team, kind of hard to overcome them odds. It really is. Although they had to work for it. They did have to work for it.
You're watching List Wits. If you're playing in my way, just make sure that you tune in to List Wits. You're watching List Wits. If you're playing in my way,
What we're Stu and Capuzzi up to tonight?
to List Wits.
And good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, it is the weekend of Christmas. So we had to give a little something about our thought about Christmas. It's the spirit of giving without a thought of getting. And what better place than right here on the one, the only live interactive game show where we basically give away stuff every episode. It's pretty much Christmas every year around here. At least that's what we like to think. But I hope everybody is having a very, very good pre-Christmas holiday. All right, Lethal. Have Merry Christmas to yourself, Jinxie, and everyone around you. We know who that all counts, right? It's called the Tum Tum Stealers. That's what we call them, the Tum Tum Stealers. But ladies and gentlemen, it is the Christmas holidays. So nothing is going to take us down today. We are going to stay up. We're going to stay happy. We're going to stay upbeat. And yes, Joe, we did get your Christmas package. Now, here's the thing. I don't know what to say because, ladies and gentlemen, I got a package from Show today. And I haven't taken it out of the box for a reason yet. This is what Show sent us for the Christmas holidays. Although I love the card even better. The card to me is absolutely amazing. So wait, let's see if we can.
Merry Christmas to you. Merry Christmas to you. Hope your holiday celebration has lots of crustaceans. Merry Christmas, and happy walruses too.
So it's almost fitting, but Walrus ain't in here. It's almost fitting, but Walrus isn't in here yet, or he hasn't said anything yet. Now, the reason I say I'm a little kind of confused about what I'm going to do is because, again, this is the one that Show sent me. Right there. However, bear with me one second. I got to get it without knocking everything over. I actually picked that one. I picked it up at Dragon Con last year. So I'm trying to decide is basically what do I do with number 2. I'm trying to decide what I'm going to do with number 2. So it's like, do I sneak it up into Bubbles' collection and just kind of hide it there for her? Or do I put it into the pile? I don't want to put it in the pile, though. I hate putting packages where they send me one thing and putting it in the pile. It just never feels right to do that. So it's kind of like, what do I do? 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 So I think that one's actually going to Bubbles. I think that one's going to her. That's all right, show. Like I said, I think I got plans for that one. Just call it up there. That's our little secret. All right, ladies and gentlemen, as it is a little later than normal, we're going to get started off pretty quickly and pretty early today, or pretty fast today, because we're going to actually try testing some stuff. We're going to actually try testing some stuff tonight. But we're going to wait to get to that because my computer is acting up. It is basically, it's been driving me nuts pretty much all day today. So if we hit technical difficulties, you guys will have to forgive me a little bit. All right, so with that, we're going to skip the usual opening brain teaser sort of thing, just because the only one I have available right now is the math one. And I really didn't feel like punishing anybody today with any math. It's the holidays. I'm being generous, so that's what we were going with. So, ladies and gentlemen, with that, we are going to start with our tried and true wrap around the way. Hey, Fallen, how you doing, my friend? 4-letter word of the evening. And before you guys start getting your guesses in there, let me go tell Nightbot to turn the command on. Oh, it's already on. Cool. Shows how much attention I'm paying at the moment, isn't it? We'll close that one out because I don't want a repeat screen. I don't need repeat screens. And I will tell you guys right now, don't think themes. We didn't come up with anything theme-wise today, simply because of everything that's going on in real life. And with it being the holidays, I didn't want to do any thinking. I'm hanging in there, Fallen. Like I said, I got 1 week left with the company, and then we're going to see what happens after that point. But we are never, ever, 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 ever going to let that stop us. And I just realized what the problem was. I forgot I actually was streaming another game yesterday. Was it yesterday? No, Thursday. And I accidentally goofed because I forgot Freddy was on. So I stepped on Freddy's toes on his stream. But I don't think it really mattered because we didn't really have that many people in here. I think there was only about 8 of us, maybe 7. So for those of you that have griped and complained that we don't do an after show, you missed it. Plain and simple. And yes, it was List Wits After Dark is what we're going to call it whenever we do it. It's just a question of when we're going to actually do it on a regular basis. That I don't know. And hopefully at some point we will figure that out. All right, I need to make sure Nightbot is working. Like I said, I'm having all sorts of technical glitches to this week. So we are going to wait on Nightbot. I didn't even type in the right command. It helps when you type in the right thing, though, doesn't it? There we go. All right, Nightbot is up, awake, and working. And, like I said, I really don't have much to talk about. Because, like I said, we were goofing off so much Thursday. I think we talked about a bunch of things I was going to talk about. And I got so totally sidetracked today with the tournament and the new Bubbles actually got one Christmas present early. She bought it herself because I told her to. And it's a monster already. It already likes hiding in furniture, which is why I call cats devil spawn. We basically let her out of the bathroom. The first place she goes is behind the couch, in between the couches, and up in the back. This is why cats are evil. And I don't care what anybody says. Dogs are stupid, cats are evil. Plain and simple. That's how it works. I'm waiting for her to come down and say something about it otherwise. But yeah, like I said, I didn't have a lot planned on the speech side tonight other than nerdy. It was a lot of fun, even if you thought the joke was old and outdated. But it was the generic joke, and it was the only thing I could think of at the time. I know, better to not say anything and not be made to think of a fool than to say something and prove yourself as one. Been there, done that a million times before, and I'll do it a million times again. It's just what I do. I don't have one of those brain hurt, mouth stop, what do you call them? Connection switches. And tonight, ladies and gentlemen, is Christmas Ale. It's about the only thing we're doing that's locking in for Christmas. Other than showing off all the Christmas cards that we have gotten. Although one of them is not on camera again. All right, let's do it that way. There we go. I think I'm missing one. Or it's hidden. I'm missing one or it's hidden. Wait, let's see. There we go. So yeah, like I said, I didn't spend a lot of time today working on the show. So we're going to wing it a little. I basically, for the past couple of days, have been updating a couple of them and creating one brand new one. And the brand new one is going to look a little familiar. And the reason it's going to look a little familiar, it is very much based on the list. There was an Irish game show called Panic Attack. And I have been wanting to come up with something along those lines. So I started working on this today. Yesterday. I started working on it yesterday. I got most of it finished today. So see, Ireland, you are not left out of our game show lists. But yeah, it is an Irish-based game show, and it works around the list theory, and we're going to actually test it tonight. So it will not be one of the prize games. Now, the question is, how many prize games am I going to run tonight? I honestly don't know. I honestly do not know. Because like I said, my problem is my PC has been acting very, very flaky this week. It's waiting to run another update that I told it not to do until after 2 o'clock in the morning. So we will have to hope. In addition, I don't know how long tonight's game show will be, because we have lunch plans tomorrow with Bubbles' cousin. And we were originally going to go over to Pieces, but apparently Pieces closes all day Christmas Eve. Her cousin loves the place, and we gave serious consideration to going last night, or they gave consideration going last night and inviting me, forgetting I had bowling league, and then they said, well, we can't go Christmas Eve day because they're closed, so we'll go find somewhere else to go tomorrow. So I will have to get some sleep tonight. Yes, I know. It's amazing. I actually do get some sleep. Just not when I'm supposed to be in a Rocket League tournament, right, S. Fox? Well, I just woke up, boy. No. So anyway, that's really all I have for my side. Oh, I did pick up one other prize. I actually picked this up last week, and I forgot it was upstairs, so I forgot to show it off. So we do have one more prize to show off for you guys this week. And we picked up for you guys from Godzilla the movie. So yes, it's actually from the movie. It is not the original classic Japanese version. But we found Clawshelter. These are those little baby creatures that were all over Madison Square Garden. This is actually the first Godzilla thing I think I have ever had in the prize pile. Because, ladies and gentlemen, for whatever reason, Godzilla is hot. Doesn't matter if it's the movie, doesn't matter if it's the original movies, doesn't matter if it's the cartoon. It's basically, you try to get your hands on Godzilla stuff, prices are jacked way, 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 way up. There's got to be somewhere on Earth where it's like, all right, if I want to transfer, hello, nerdy. We're just talking about you, dude. Amazing tournament once again. Like I said, even if, well, I won't even go into that. Even with the rough start, let's put it that way. So yeah, that was basically from last week. We'd actually picked up that. Now, like I was saying, now what would be really nice is, okay, you got, for those of you that got packages, and I'm not afraid to say it, I live in St. Louis. It's like, it would be nice if it's like, I want something affordable here, like one set of items, I go to St. Louis. I want affordable items for, say, Godzilla, I go to Cleveland. If I want affordable items for Transformers, I drive down to Nashville, or Memphis, or Little Rock. But it's like, no, everywhere I look, freaking Godzilla costs a fortune. Oh, you think you're done, my friend? I know, like I said, that start was rough. It really was. You did amazing for covering up as best as you could. And like I said, if you do it again, you know I'm there. Because obviously I'm not going to be doing any prize sponsoring for a while. But if you do, you know I will be there. If not, it has been a great idea for the 9 month. We started in March, right? The 9 months we've done it. But yeah, like I said, we'll see what happens. Like I said, either way, it has been fun and worth it. It really has. I have enjoyed every minute of it, even the bad jokes. And I got something named after myself. What more could a man want? There is no Trenzor goal. There is no Xbox goal. There's a Listwitz goal. Although the definition kind of changed a couple of times. The definition did change a couple of times. Because originally, what was it? It was a dream. No, there are some people that do try that, bros. There are some people that do try that. You try finding old school He-Man stuff. And I'm not talking about the knockoffs, because there's a guy I follow on Instagram. He basically collects everything. Listless goals for all. There we go. He collects nothing but He-Man figures. But he always goes after the knockoffs. And there are a lot of knockoffs. And I asked him one day why he goes after the knockoffs. And he's like, I can get the knockoffs for like incredibly low prices. But if I'm looking for the official He-Man stuff, it's like the prices are jacked. And I can vouch for this from the Toyman show. There was one guy, he was selling the stuff. All right, Lethal. Shopping, it's Christmas Eve day, and you're still not done shopping. Shame on you. No, officially, I had one more thing. I was going to buy Bubbles, but I didn't do it, so I let her buy her Demon Spawn cat, which will probably cost as much over time as to what I was going to get her. But yeah, I asked him, why does he always go for the knockoff stuff? And he's like, dude, I can get the knockoff stuff for like, you can almost, other than like one or two little details, you can't tell the difference. But you can tell the difference. Whether it's a little bit heavier or if the coloration's slightly different. And he's like really into it. I think he's got, what does he have? I want to say he's got at least 60 buzz-offs. And for those of you guys that don't know, it's like the B figure. Oh, dude. I see. I didn't know about that, Lethal. I did not know about that. So yeah, man. You got my best wishes and prayers, my friend. And happy holidays, Merry Christmas, Winter Solstice, whatever holiday you celebrate, ladies and gentlemen. To me, it will always be Merry Christmas. So we are going to wish you guys Merry Christmas every time. But yeah, like I said, don't forget it is Christmas. It is about family. It is about spending time with your loved ones. So yeah, dude. If you ever want to talk, you know where to find me. You know where to find me. And I just lost my train of thought. Oh yeah, the He-Man figure. So he's got I think he's got 45 different Buzz-Off figures. And it's that's his big part of his collection. And I can vouch from the Toy Man show because I'd go in there and there's an original Triclops, an original Buzz-Off, original Battle Cat with the saddle and the spear, Skeletor, He-Man, and prices are no less than $20 or $30 each for the originals. And I'm ain't happening. There's no way that's happening. I love my childhood. I don't love my childhood that much. Oh, Walrus takes it. It is indeed the Anna, the A-N-N-A, which, for those of you that don't know, is actually Indian money. That's why it actually counted. It is not a proper name. It is actually the Anna. And if you guys, and I know I know a couple of people who collect stamps. If you ever look, you'll see that one apostrophe symbol. That's one Anna. And God knows I still got to go through my stamps at some point. I really, really got to go through them. And I got to do it before the cat actually comes down here. It's not a name, Mark. It's not a name in this case. It's actual money. It is actual money. It's Indian money from the subcontinent. Also a pirated ship. Arr! Don't tell Captain One Eye or Blind Captain. All right. So with that, bear with me, guys, as I move this down. And like I said, well, I was supposed to move down. Move down, file. There we go. Now, tonight you'll have to forgive me a little because, like I said, a lot of what I have, I had to load and reload and so on and so forth. And my computer is acting flaky tonight. I don't know what it is. I got a feeling it's the update that's waiting to go through. Because whenever I have a Windows update that's waiting to go through, my PC kind of slows down. It's we got an update over here, but you want to do this. Can we have the update? No. All right. Well, I'll let you do this. So, yeah, you guys will have to bear with me a little bit tonight as I try to get everything up and running like I should. And like I said, tonight, next to the list, we're actually going to do a test game that kind of surrounds the list as well. And it is one of those, again, that we borrowed from Ireland, not England, not the UK, not France. We actually borrowed it from Ireland. And like I said, I've only ever really watched 2 episodes of it, but I always loved it just because of what it does. And what we will need for that is we're going to need 7 participants. We can get by with less, but 7 is the optimal number. And I think I just opened the wrong file. No, okay, there goes the right file. I had to make sure. Would you quit giving me this crap? This is not the one I wanted. I don't think. Hold on. No, this is not the file I wanted. Hold on. Because again, I was cleaning some stuff up, and hopefully, there it is. Vault version 2. So I tried to change some stuff up so that it works easier on me during the show, as well as saves me a lot of space on the computer. Because I made a couple of changes, and one of my presentations dropped from about 9 megs to about 600K. And I'm like, all right, I got to see what else I can fix with this same type of fix. But I got to start pretty much one at a time, which is the hard part. All right, Walrus, with that, you get to pick a row with an incorrect number. Which row would you like me to pull the incorrect number from? All right, you want an incorrect number off of row 1. Let's see, what number do I want to pull? Let's get rid of the 0. All right, so we know the vault combination does not start with a 0. So, Red, which 4-digit number are we going to plug into this machine and open up the vault for a very, very special prize? Which 4-digit number? All right, Walrus going to go with 2, 5, 7, 4. We put 2574 into the computer. We press the button. Is 2574 our combination to our vault? Whoop. Only press the button one time, dingbat. No, it is not 2574. So the vault remains closed for a little longer. We are down to about half of the numbers gone, though. 6, 5. Well, all right, about 60 to 70% of the numbers are left. So we've cleared out about 30% of the vault. All right, bear with me, ladies and gentlemen. And like I said, you're gonna have to forgive me because again, my computer acted up, so I have to pretty much open these up one at a time, which is one reason I'm kind of glad I started reprogramming some of them to make it a little bit easier on me. Doesn't always come out easier, but we are making progress. Like I said, the one I really would like to fix is the now you see it game. But that is a nightmare to put together. That one and camouflage are nightmares to put together. All right, so bear with me, guys, as yep, better than the lottery, right? Better chance of winning the vault on any given show than winning the lottery. So again, like I said, tonight, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to do one test game, and we will do one real game for sure. One test game and one real game for sure. And if we're lucky, we might do a couple of test games. Because like I said, I got a couple of them I've been tweaking and working on. But one of them I do want to try to test tonight. But before we do that, ladies and gentlemen, we always start with the one and only of every show we do. It is time for the list. And tonight's list may get me in trouble. And the reason I say that is I think the theme has come up before, but I don't know if this is a new list or an old list. We shall have to find out. So for tonight's first list, ladies and gentlemen, we are looking for break phrases. We are looking for words and phrases that contain the word break in them. Alexa, start 35-minute timer.
35 minutes, starting now.
So again, ladies and gentlemen, we are looking for words and phrases that contain the break phrase. And I forgot to get my web page up on top. So we got walrus at number 4. I'm on break dance, not there. Coffee break, not there. Break down, nope. Break the bank, not there. Breaking Bad, not there. Break the sound barrier. I like the outbreak one. The outbreak one is pretty cool. Smoke break, break down, coffee break, break a leg, break the bank, break out, break down, break through. Oh, Fallen taking breakthrough. Or is it Mrs. Fallen's got that one? Spring break, break a leg, point break, bad break, nope. Break even, nope. School break, nope. Okay, so we're good. We are good at the moment. So, ladies and gentlemen, we are looking for words and phrases that contain the word break. Oh, see, now if I had a good long one, break the camel's back would have been in it. Would have been that one. Break up to make up. No. I love you any way you come, Fallen. We don't need to break up to make up. I had to say it. I had to say it. Oh, little French lady, breaking a bad habit. Break rank, not what we are looking for. And again, ladies and gentlemen, like I said, for this, this is not a prize list. My one rule, I'm like I said, I'm kind of cutting back. The prize list will only be on Wednesdays, and the bigger prizes will be on Saturdays. I think that's what I said. And like I said, for this one, we are basically trying to find our 7 players for our test game tonight. And like I said, the game you will see is very similar to the list. It is very similar to the list. It is not the rich list. It is not... what's the name of the English version? I know Mark knows it. The rich list. I'm drawing a blank now. It is basically it's the name of one that had nothing to do with the show. Little French lady. So she gets break bad habit, break the law. Is there something you're not telling us, little French lady? Thank you. Who Dares Wins. That's the one I was trying to think of. I don't know why they ever called it Who Dares Wins. It makes no sense to me. Walrus with the clean break. Break the pieces, not there. Catch a break, nope. Break even, break a leg, not what we are looking for. And like I said, my plan tonight was basically, it's going to be similar to the game. The first two games are going to no. You pretended she was a bad girl before you met her, and then she uncorrupted you. We know the truth. We know the truth. Break a sweat? No. Break my neck? No. Bad break? Nope. What is, okay, number 5 is that, 10 is that. All right, I got it memorized. I got it memorized now, or pretty much memorized. And Mark, I do apologize. Your package is still sitting here with all the craziness of the week. It's just basically shipping packages has not been on my mind. And I do promise I am going to get these things out as soon as I can. I got like yours and 2, I think 4 others that I have to send out. That I can believe. That I can believe. She corrupted you with her do-gooder ways. So now the show is basically walking around like Father Blessico with the priest collar on and the Bible in his hand and singing praises with every step. He takes a step, sings a song. Takes another step, sings another song. I believe it. So yeah, like I said, the plan tonight is we're going to try this test game. So like I said, hopefully we'll get 7 people on the channel to participate. And I'm thinking the prize game will be the seven keys. But I have to hope it's technically working, because that is one that I had to update as well. Because for those of you that know, that thing's got like 70 questions, and when I first put it together, I put every question in its own shape on the thing, and it's like I finally figured out, after like missing a really, really dumb, I had one of these idiot moments. I'm like, oh, wait a minute, I can do this another way and it should work just fine. So, like I said, that's my plan. Now, whether or not my plan goes to fruition, that's a totally different question. As you guys know, nothing I ever plan seems to work like I expect it to, ever. Now, if I had to pick one that I think is the hardest of the 4, I'm going to say number 10. I'm going to break into song. There we go. Show, start singing. When the roll is called up yonder. That's what I want to hear from you. See, I dare SG one day just to do an all religious songs thing and see if he can pull it off. Just to see if he can do it. I don't think he could. Don't forget, guys, get your nominations in for the ABBA Awards. Originally, I kept setting this for January 15th, but it was pointed out to me by a couple of people that I respect a lot on the streaming. They're like, if you wait till January 15th, I'm going to forget about it. So what we're going to do, since we are looking for 2000, and yeah, he would fix that real quick. Since we are looking for your favorite streamers from 2017, I've decided that we're going to cut off the nominations on December 31st at 11:59 p.m. So that way they get that one last day to try to make that big stream that'll make the cut. Right now, because I just added a few. Right now, I think there's a grand total of 36 people that have been nominated in various categories. So there are a lot of duplicates, but there are a lot of people that surprisingly haven't gotten a lot of nominations. I'll give you an example. And this shocked the hell out of me. For those of you that saw my post just yesterday or the day before with the list of people that were nominated, there were 3 names that I know of that were conspicuously absent. Or no, 2 names I know of that were conspicuously absent. One was Spaceman Steve. Nobody had nominated Spaceman Steve for any category whatsoever until today. Or till late yesterday. The other one that surprised me was Average Ninja. Average didn't get a nomination. NorCal, for instance, he actually got nominated right before he had mentioned something in one of his posts. Hello, Angela. How you doing, my dear? Where have you been hiding? Where have you been hiding, darling? All right, so we are down to 1. And the reason, and this is the reason I thought I had used this list before, is because Mark just got commercial break, and it just kind of sticks out to me for some reason. And Fallen finishes it off with breakneck speed. Now, I know I haven't used that one. I know I hadn't used that one because I saw it. I only just happened to see it and it kind of clicked. But it was basically, for some reason, I swear I've done the break list before because I remember this one kind of lurking till the end. I just kind of remember that one lurking to the end. But I do know that I have not used some of these. Like, I know this one hadn't made the cut, and I think that one hadn't made the cut. So, yeah, if we have short memories. If it didn't happen last week, it didn't happen. That's called a sign of senility. Don't ever admit to that, show. Don't ever admit to that. No, I got people that will tell me, haven't we done this one before? And I'm like, we may have. I may have changed them up a little bit. That's all right, my dear. We all have those issues. We all do at some point. Everything doesn't go right. You do have our hugs. You do have our prayers. You do have our best wishes. You will always, like I said, I'm always welcome. I'm always willing to talk if somebody wants to talk. Like I said, it's the one thing I kind of learned at Nerdfest is, like, I like the father figure routine. I'm the older guy, so I've been through a lot of what everybody says. And it's one of those where it's like, lay them on my shoulders. That's what my shoulders are for, is to help you guys carry the world. At least that's what I try to do. Nobody should ever have to do it on their own. Ever, 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 ever. That's why you've got us. That's why you've got people like myself, like Dr. J, like Nerdy, like even Mayor Furburger, so on and so forth. That's why we try to lighten up everybody's day, brighten things up a little for you as best as we can. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. But we will always try. All right, so ladies and gentlemen, with this, we are going to look for 7 participants. Now, right now, this list actually only has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 people on it. So somebody's going to have the opportunity to choose one of their opponents, because we're gonna take out the singles first. So that will be Angela. So Angela will have the right to play. Little French lady had these. No, Little French lady's got 2. Everybody else has got duplicates. So let's find out who else is our players. Fallen has a slot. Angela has a slot. Mark has a slot. Little French lady has a slot. Mark has a second slot. Little French lady has a second slot. And Fallen should have a slot. No, you have one of our player slots, my dear. That's what I'm saying. So Mark, Fallon, and Little French Lady, you guys each get to choose somebody for your second spot. You're definitely in there, my dear. You're definitely in there. So like I said, the first one we're going to do is basically a test game. And give me 1 minute because I do have to save this so I don't lose some stuff. Alright, so Walrus is in. So Little French Lady and Mark, you guys each have to choose somebody. Alexa, stop timer.
35-minute timer canceled.
So hopefully there's a couple more people that are interested in a seat at this table. I hope. If not, I'm in serious trouble. So Little French Lady and Mark, you guys can choose anybody on the channel you want for your second seat. Show's on everybody's naughty list, at least once. If he wasn't, he wouldn't be Show. Fallon's already in, Little French Lady. He's already got a slot. I don't know. We'll come up with something for you, Mantalilla. All right. Mark has chosen Tina. And that means Little French Lady, you get to choose one person for your secondary slot. And just to show you guys what this is, so like I said, I kind of rushed putting it together to make it work. So since this is a test episode, there is no prize to this. This one is strictly for fun. And it's called Panic Attack, and I'm very disappointed in the graphic. I thought the graphic was going to show up. No, Angela Law's already in, Little French Lady. Right now, it's Angela, Fallon, you, Mark, Walrus, Tina. Those are the 6. You can always pick your husband, because you're not actually going to be you're not competing with him completely for anything this time. This one is strictly straight fun. I do have to find something real quick to set up the control player. Yeah, that is the card that came from Show and Little French Lady. That's why they're not actually on my naughty list. This actually came from Show and Little French Lady.
Merry Christmas to you. Merry Christmas to you. Hope your holiday celebration has lots of crustaceans. Merry Christmas, and happy walruses too.
It took me a second because I listened to it before I opened. And I cracked up when it said Happy Walruses too. I cracked up when I saw that one. Alright, Sea Chicken. And like I said, he sent me the card with this. And like I said, shh, don't tell Bubbles. We're actually going to give this one to her. Because I actually already have that one. So that one's actually going, that's actually going to her. Alright, Sea Chicken, are you here? You have been offered Little French Lady's second slot. See, Scroogey Nightbot. And like I said, if you don't win, there's no big deal to it. You're not here. All right, you want the 7th seat or not, Sea Chicken? Like I said, this one's all for fun. This one is all for fun. And if not, we can put Bros in the 7th seat. I know Bros will take a chance. We already fart. All right, so we're gonna. All right, we see Chicken's gonna pass. All right, we'll put Bros in there. How's that? Will that do for you, little French lady? Normally I give you the choice, but I figure I know Bros is here. Bros will participate. That's how we know he's still alive. Now, for the panic attack game. It's not doing the... the rules must not be set up to animate. This game is very, very similar to the list. Okay? What we're going to do is... I got a bunch of names up there already. That was from me testing this, so I apologize for that. What we're going to do is one player is going to be my control player. Okay? And to determine that... Give me 1 second. I know they're here somewhere. There they are. So to determine who's my control player, it's very, very, very simple. One question, first correct answer is our control player. Okay? So here is your question. From what field did the term A1 come to mean first rate? From what field did the term A1 come to mean first rate? And I will accept a generic answer for this, or a general answer for this. From what field did the term A1 come to mean first rate? Nope, not steak sauce. I was hoping somebody would try that one, though. I was hoping somebody would try that one for the answer. Believe it or not, that's the false answer on the card, is steak sauce. Be a little more specific, Mark, and I'll give it to you. Be just a little bit more specific, and I will give it to you. But I'm going to let Mark take first guess because he said military. Nope, not the Army. So I'm going to let anybody else try to figure it out. From what field did the term A1... Correct, Red. It is the Navy. Basically, when ships were designed, if the ship was in working condition and seaworthy, it was basically said it was an A1 or top grade ship. So, with that, Walrus, you will be my control player. And let me get everybody else's name in here. Angela, Olin, Little French Late, Mark, Tina, and Bros. Alright, so this is how it's going to work. Walrus, I'm going to show you a topic. Okay? All you have to do in 2 minutes is type as many of these 6 items that you can. Okay? So for instance, if this were to say Will Smith films before the year 2010, you basically have two minutes to type in as many Will Smith films as you can think of. Okay? Everyone that is correct will reveal. If you get all 6 of them, and you have to type them 1 per line, that's your one rule. So if you put 2 in one comment, I'll only take the first one. Okay? If you can get all 6 of them, you get to eliminate one of your opponents. Okay? Now, everybody else needs to watch what Walrus puts in. And the reason for that is, if he misses any one of the 6, he doesn't get it, I will take a guess from one of you 6. But here's the rule. If the one of you 6 guess and it's not there, you're out. Walrus stays in. If you guess and it's in there, Walrus is out and you take his place. Okay? But if nobody takes a chance and guesses, by the end of the second timer, Walrus gets to eliminate one of you. Okay? So it's a question of, do I think I'm going to know one that will be up there? Now, the difference between this list and the regular list is these will be pretty easy topics. Okay? So again, for instance, Will Smith films made before 2000, an easy topic. No. You do, again, Walrus will be the one to start it. So we will only take answers from Walrus. So don't help him out. Don't give him any ideas, because he can throw as many out there as he can think of. Okay? For everyone he gets that's in here, we'll reveal it. At the end of this timer, right here, if there is still one of these logos on the screen, you guys can guess. No, you will not be penalized for wrong guesses as the control player, Walrus. Okay? You do not get penalized for wrong guesses as the control player. V6 will get penalized if they give me a wrong guess. And again, if somebody doesn't guess by the end of the second timer, Walrus basically gets to choose one of you guys to eliminate. So you got to hope somebody picks, and you hope somebody picks either to eliminate Walrus or to eliminate themselves. Now, when we get to U6, I will only accept the first guess per the Twitch and the. I'll try to go with the PlayStation screen, but if the PlayStation screen slows down, I will check the Twitch one. Okay, so there is no whispers or anything of that sort. So you don't have to worry about the whispers for this game. So, does that make sense, or do I got to go through it again? So let me make sure it makes sense. So again, let's just say this is Chevrolet vehicles. Okay, Walrus names Corvette, Camaro, Impala, Beretta. I'm trying to think of one more. Let's say those are the 4 he names. He names the Camaro, the Corvette, the Impala, and the, what's that brand new one? The Cruise. Let's say those are the 4 he gets. That would leave this one and say this one. You guys have 1 minute for somebody to give me a shot at these. If the timer goes off and I don't see a guess, Walrus gets to eliminate somebody. And like I said, that's why it's called Panic Attack, because if you don't want to guess wrong if you don't know, but if somebody doesn't guess, Walrus gets to throw somebody out of the game. And like I said, this is one that actually came from Ireland. I love this game, to be honest with you. And it's even harder on the TV version because I think they only get like 60 seconds. And then you guys only get like 15 seconds. So with us doing a chat, I extended it to basically 2 minutes and 1 minute. All right, so again, Walrus. So again, let's just say Walrus got Chevrolet models, and you got all but 2 of them. Okay? We start the 1 minute timer. You guys have 1 minute between you to guess a Chevrolet model if you want to. If you don't want to, and you don't want to take that chance because you don't know it, or don't know any, or you don't think your choice will be up there, then you don't guess. So it'll be interesting if Walrus gets like all 5, like gets 5 of the 6. So basically, Walrus has 2 ways to eliminate you guys. You guys have 1 way to eliminate Walrus and 1 way to eliminate yourself. That's basically what it is. Walrus has two ways to get rid of you. You guys have 1 way to get rid of Walrus and 1 way to eliminate yourself. But like I said, I love this. I'm not the second round for this game. I've got to work on. I got to figure out how I'm going to do it. I'm almost tempted to use our code setup, where you basically see the 4 answers before you see the question. But believe it or not, for me to do the second round, I actually have to do the whispers in chat, which makes it a lot more complicated. So yeah, I'm working on the second round. So this is just basically the first round. The first round game. Alright, so we're waiting for Walrus to say he's back. And as soon as Walrus says he's back, we will get started with this. But yeah, I only have like 1 set of questions written up for this one because it is a test game. Alright, Walrus, you are back. Alright, so with this, Walrus, we're going to show you your topic. Your topic is, and I know you guys can't read it too well, is Andy Griffith Show characters. So Walrus, from you, we are going to need these six Andy Griffith Show characters that are on the panic attack list. All right, Walrus, so with that, as soon as you give me your first guess, I start the timer. No, not Andy Griffith characters. Characters from the show, The Andy Griffith Show. Okay? So that's what we're looking for. Characters from The Andy Griffith Show. And I just think I broke the... So Walrus, as soon as you give me your first guess, all right, there's his first guess. Your timer starts now. Aunt B is on the list. And again, I apologize for the size. I didn't know what it was going to look like until I did it. Opie is on the list. Barney Fife is not there. Gomer Pyle is there. Bribery. All right, your minute timer is counting down. I see it going now. Goober is not on there. So again, don't wait for me to respond when you guys are guessing. Just throw them out there as fast as the chat will let you do it. All right, there's your timer, Walrus. All right, so everybody has seen Walrus's guesses. All right, he's given us Opie and B, Gomer Pyle. Now, the 6 of you have 1 minute for somebody to make a guess. All right? If it's one of these remaining 3, you eliminate Walrus. Oh, Angela Law, not even going to wait for me to start the timer. Angela Law, the first one in with Otis Campbell. So Angela Laws is the one that I will take. Is Otis on the board, or is Angela Law eliminated? Ladies and gentlemen, Angela Law takes control. Angela takes control, and Walrus is now out of the game. And, all right, I got to fix that. All right, so fix the swap spots. I had them working, and apparently they quit working. But I was doing some more. I was doing some more last-minute testing. All right, so Angela Law, you are now in the control seat. Okay. So let's reset the timer. Now, if Otis had not been up there, Angela Law would have been out of the game. But she took a chance, went with it. It was a good choice. The other 2 you could have chosen are Floyd the Barber or Howard. So those were the 6 that were on our list. Because I'm not always going to make, they're not going to all be the obvious ones, Walrus, but they're not going to be ones you shouldn't know. Okay? So that's how it basically works. They're not going to be, these questions will never be ridiculously hard, but there will be a lot of possible answers. All right, so with that, Angela Law is now in the control seat. And for this one, Angela Law, for you, we are looking for occupations that start with the letter P. Give me a minute. I'm going to try to up the size of this so it's readable. Bear with me 1 second. There we go. And I'll just go with 24 for now. Okay? So, Angela, from you, we will start the timer as soon as you give your first choice. We are looking for occupations that start with a P. And with that, and you just keep guessing. You don't worry about me. Painter, not there. Parking attendant, not there. Photographer is there. So again, we are looking for occupations that start with the letter P. Professional wrestler, not there. Hey, don't, I like her with long hair, but I have a thing for for ladies with long hair. I think long hair is the sexiest thing you can put on a female. But that's just me. Phlebotomist. Don't know that. Nope, that's definitely not on there. Oh, this is not looking good for Angela. She got to get some more out there. Like I said, don't worry about spelling. Just put whatever you think it is and just keep going. That's why it's called panic attack. Now, like I said, the one reason I'm only doing 2 minutes is because the timer won't actually start until your first guess. So you basically control when the 2 minutes start. So it'll like give you time to think about them. Oh, Angela only getting 1 on the board. Angela only getting 1 on the board. Perfumer did not come across it in time, so that's still an eligible answer. All right, so ladies and gentlemen, now it is up to the rest of the remaining 5 players to try to knock Angela off the board. You guys have one. Well, Mark not going to waste any time. He's going to go with plumber. That was the first one I got. And I will tell you right now, Mark, plumber is on the board. So Mark takes over the control slot. Pediatrician was not one of them. Police was actually, that was my obvious one, was the police. Then we had, for the other 3, Tina with the pharmacist. We had psychologist. And the hardest one on there is the pawnbroker. Pawnbroker probably, I think, the hardest one of the 6. So with that, let's see if it does the swap. Nope, I still have to finish the swap. All right, so that means Mark is in the control seat. So Mark, you are in my control seat. And like I said, I will fix the swaps of the names later. I have it written down as such. Oh, Mark. Out of all the ones to pick, out of all the ones that you got it on, I think this is going to be the hardest one of the 6 or 7. For this one, Mark, we are looking for famous robbers. Now we're talking about criminals, famous robbers. That's exactly what we are looking for. So the timer will start, Mark, when you give me your first choice. So think about it, take your time. That's your one advantage, is you can think about it before you throw your first answer up there. All right, Mark giving his first answer, which is Robin Hood. And Mark, just throw answers out there. Don't worry about what I say because your timer has started. Bonnie and Clyde made our cut? Al Capone is not there. Willie Sutton is not there. Jesse James is not there. Now, my only disappointment is the tax cuts are going in after I lose my job. Billy the Kid is there. And you are down to 1 minute, Mark. Yeah, the 31st of December, Angela, is basically the end of the month. Dillinger is there. Butch Cassidy is there. I would have taken Butch Cassidy or the Sundance Kid. I would have taken either one. Oh, Mark's timer just out. All right, so that means Fallen, Little French Lady, Tina, and Bros. You have 1 minute among you guys to try to come up with the one that Mark did not pick. All right? So with that, the one, oh, Little French Lady not wasting any time, and she went with Ma Barker. If Ma Barker is there, Little French Lady takes the slot. If Ma Barker is not there, Little French Lady is eliminated. Ladies and gentlemen, it is Ma Barker. Ma Barker is the 6th one on the list. I was either going to do Babyface Nelson or Al Capone. I didn't like Al Capone because he's more of a gangster than a robber. Babyface Nelson came really close. Babyface Nelson, I almost put in for Dillinger. So with that, Mark has been eliminated, and Little French Lady takes over. So, just curious what you guys think right now. I just want to see what you think so far, because this one you got to think fast. And like I said, I like the fact that it's 2 minutes. The timer doesn't start till your first guess, so you control when those 2 minutes start. So like I said, so you got to thank the Irish. This is because I got this straight from them. All right, Little French Lady, you are up. You are in control. And for you, we have things a doctor uses. Things a doctor uses. So yeah, like I said, this may turn into something I like really regular. So again, the list will never be hard. There will just be typically a lot of possibilities. All right, Little French Lady, starting with stethoscope, which is not there, and your 2 minutes has now started, Little French Lady. And again, don't wait for me to respond. Just put in something else. Thermometer is on there. Yeah, those were the aliens. Uh-oh, she's drawing a blank or she's getting lagged. Oh, she took my good one. I didn't think rubber gloves was going to be the one to come off. Reflex hammer is up there. You're down to about 45 seconds, Little French Lady. No alcohol wipes, no face mask. We're still looking for 3 things a doctor uses. A popsicle stick from Sea Chicken. Hypodermic is definitely up there. And time is up. Little French Lady left 2. All right, Fallen, Tina, and Bros. There are 2 of them left. With that, you have 1 minute whether or not to decide to throw an answer out or not. And your timer starts Now, so again, if nobody puts an answer up, little French lady gets to eliminate somebody. Is anybody going to take a chance? This is where the panic attack comes in. It's like, how long do you wait and hope somebody like puts a wrong guess? Fallen in first with the octoscope. Fallen with the octoscope. Let me look something up real quick because okay, that's the one for the ears. I had to make sure. Unfortunately, Fallen, the otoscope is not there. And with that, Fallen is eliminated from the game. Tina, you were 100% right. It was a blood pressure gauge. And then Seacha could actually gave you guys one, the tongue depressor. So, little French lady is still in control of the board. Fallen eliminates himself. And little French, you had to try. That's the idea. It's the panic attack game because if nobody tries, little French lady gets to pick somebody to get knocked out. So it's like, do I take a chance that she's going to pick me or somebody else? Or do I just go for it? Now, this is where I kind of wish I had round 2 ready, but I don't. Because we're getting down to 3 people. We're getting down to 3 people. Now, in the normal game, one more player would get eliminated. We'd have the final 2. And then we would do basically we'd show you 4 answers. And then they would get to... I still think I may do it that way. Where basically... Oh no, doctors use them as well. Doctors use them as well. So what I'm thinking when I get round 2 set up is basically it's going to be like kind of a reverse. We'll show you the 6. And then like 3 questions. Each question would eliminate one of the 6. But I haven't gotten that far yet. I really just wanted to get round 1 up and done and ready. Just to see if it would work. And so far, I think it's working. Like I said, other than the fact that it doesn't swap the names. And I got to figure out why, because it was working during the test. Alright, so little French lady. Here is your next category. Meryl Streep films. So we will be looking for Meryl Streep films. So again, you can think about it all you want. But what we will need from you are hopefully the 6 Meryl Streep films we have listed. And I didn't put any years on this one just because I couldn't think of any dividing line for this one. I probably could have if I thought about it. So little French lady, think about it. Whenever you are ready, you can give me your first Meryl Streep film. No, they don't use a popsicle stick, but he knew what he was going for. Alright, little French lady has given her first answer. And with that, we start the 2-minute timer now. And Kramer versus Kramer happens to be up there. Again, you don't wait for me to show you. You just go for it. And we are down to Tina and Bros for your competition. So we were looking for films Meryl Streep was in. Down to 45 seconds.
Written in this jumble of letters is the name of the world's most famous baby doctor. Can you find it? Now you see it. That's how we play. Now, you see it. Now you see it. And here's the host of our show, Chuck Henry.
About 5 seconds. And little French lady's timer ran out. She got Postcard from the Edge, and that's the one we have to use for the cutoff. All right, so Tina, Bros, we're looking for one more Meryl Streep film that you think will be up here. You guys have 1 minute from now. Oh, Tina going with Plenty. Is Plenty one of our 3 movies that are left for Meryl Streep? No, Plenty is not up there. And with that, Tina eliminates herself from the game. Believe it or not, little French lady actually got out of Africa. And then we had The Deer Hunter and Woody Allen's Manhattan. Woody Allen's Manhattan. All right, so this is how, as we are down to Little French Lady and Bros. Now, it is very, very simple, or at least for this one. How we're going to do this for now with just one round. Little French Lady will basically have 2 minutes to come up with the next 6 items. If she completes the list, she gets it. However, if she misses it, Bros, you have a choice. You can either take one guess, or you can challenge Little French Lady to take one more guess. Okay? So whatever she's got left. So if she's got 4 left on the board, okay, and she leaves 4 up there, you can either say, my guess is blank, or you can say, I challenge Little French Lady to come up with one more. We're going to use that for now until I get the question sets up there and ready the way the game is in Ireland. But I'm thinking that's about the fairest way I can do it, rather than saying Bros has 1 minute to come up with one. If he gets it, or if he doesn't put one in, Little French Lady can guess. Or Little French Lady can vote him out. Okay? So like I said, we'll see how this goes with this last category. The last category is men's name that start with the letter B. Okay, so Little French Lady, we need men's names that start with the letter B. So whenever you are ready. All right, Little French Lady going. I will give you Brian for Brian. Bort. So we are looking for men's names that start with the letter B. Borat. Benjamin is up there. I would have taken Ben or Benjamin.
Television game has 10 players.
And shows you what half of the question?
For $10,000 and a brand new car.
The answer is... Twisters is what?
No Bobby, no Blake. No Boris. No Bram. All right, time is up. All right, bros. It is plain and simple. She left you 3. She left you 3. Now, bros, you can take one guess, or you can tell little French lady that she gets one guess to try it. Okay? So basically, bros, is plain and simple. You get one free guess, or you can say you challenge the little French lady and she gets one guess at it. So, bros, do you want to take a shot at it, or do you want little French lady to try to take a shot at it? All right, little French lady. He's throwing it back on you. You get to give me one name, and the last, I don't remember which one was the last valid name you gave me. Yeah, the strategy is basically, if there's like 3 or 4 left, I'm like, I'll take a chance. If there's only like 1 or 2 left, I'll probably be passing. That's just me. So yeah, there is a little bit of strategy involved. There's actually a lot of strategy. Such as, do you actually take a guess when you're one of the players down here? All right, little French lady is going to go with the one called Brent. If Brent is on the board, little French lady wins. If not, Bros wins. How many questions did you answer in this game, Bros? None, I think, right? This is one of those games where you actually don't have to get any answers to win the game. That's one of the things I love about this. All right, little French lady. Let's find out. There are 3 left, so we know if Brent is up here, 2 are not Brent. Let's get rid of the 2 we know are not Brents. We had Barry, and we had Brad or Bradley. So it is down to the last question, the last board. Is number 3 on our board Brett? No, it's Bert from Bert and Ernie. So with that, bros, getting 0 questions right and just picking the right strategy to get your way through, bros takes it. Congratulations, bros. You survived to the end. You made the right challenge at the right time. So that is basically how it's going to work. So yes, this is one of those games you can actually win and never get a question right. That's only because I can't. I gotta fix that, Walrus. So, like I said, let me know what you guys think. This is one of those. It's a lot faster, believe it or not. And I kind of drew it out a little. It's 48 minutes on the timer. For some reason, I've got 7 categories on the board. And only 6 people to eliminate. I don't know why. That's cool, because that just means I've got one more category I can throw on the next version. But yeah, that's basically how this one is going to run. No, he did say something, Angela. He just came in like after a few other people did. He did throw some guesses up there. But his guesses were in the doesn't count one. And besides which, if you have one of those rounds where nobody guesses those leftovers, you still might get eliminated. But that's the idea for it. So like I said, thank the Irish for this one. It's another of our international flavored games. I really love, it's a very simple setup. So... although I wish I knew what happened to my instruction screen, because I actually had an entire instruction screen for it. So yeah, this will be one of those where the categories are never going to be really hard. They will almost always be pop culture or something everybody should know. Like I said, Will Smith movies, pizza toppings, Trivial Pursuit board game category, or not categories, but genre, what do they call them? Editions, Meryl Streep films, as you saw. This will be one of those where the categories will always be something you guys should know. There will never be anything difficult in there. It's just a case of getting to the control seat and keeping it. Brands of American 90s hair bands. Yeah, that might be up there at some point. Where's your imaginary candy bar? It's in the imaginary refrigerator, bros. So yeah, hopefully you guys like that one. I'm actually proud that it actually took me only really 2 days to put together. Now my question is, do you think I should keep the final 2 players in that way, the way I had it? Or should I push it over to a question? I didn't know if that final was going to work as well as it did. That's why I'm asking. Or we may do it where we'll test it with the question set at some point. We may test it later with the question set. But like I said, my question is, and this is mostly for Bros and Little French Lady, since you two were the finalists, does the final setup work for you guys the way we had it? So I guess, like I said, that would be my final. That would be the one thing. A head-to-head between the final. Well, like I said, the head-to-head would be. I gotta do a reload to do this though, because I don't want to show category 7. All right, so let me just put. I'm just gonna put the blanks in here. All right. If we do head to head, it would be along these lines. Okay. We would actually show the topic. So we'd have Andy Griffith show characters. We would then show six of the answers. And since little French lady was in control, she doesn't know what the question is. So it's like, okay, she sees the 6 answers. Does she want to take the question, or does she want to pass it to Rose? You too, Tina. Have yourself a Merry Christmas, Happy New Year, Happy Winter Solstice, Kwanzaa, Hanukkah, whichever holiday you celebrate. Now again, because like I said, it's Andy Griffith Show characters, so it'd be Opie, Aunt Bee, Gomer Pyle, Otis, Floyd, Howard, and little French lady, if she was in the control seat, would be able. I'll take the first question, and then we show a question such as, what is the name of Marvel's duck character? But she wouldn't see the question until she actually decides whether or not she wants to take it or not. So, like I said, that's how I'm thinking it might go. But I kind of like giving whoever's in control first opportunity, and then whoever's left can say, I'm going to steal it, or I'm going to make her finish. I kind of like that. I will admit, I kind of like how I did that one. And it wasn't even intentional. That was a made up on the fly thing. Yeah, Festivus. That's the one I forgot. I knew there was another one I forgot. But I kind of like the head-to-head version as is. So yeah, like I said, this one is pretty quick. It makes you think fast. And it's basically, do I know? The trick is, like I said, if it comes down to 1 or 2, and I got like 6 possibles, I'm like, I don't think I'm going to do it. I'll give you an example. Happy Days characters. If you ever watch the Who Dare Wins episode, there was a guy on there, and he basically said, I know Happy Days. And they basically bid back and forth between how many they could get. And I want to say that they were challenged at like 13 names. And the guy goes, 13 names? No problem. And he just rattles them off. 1, 2, 3. I mean, boom. And then he goes, how many more would you like? And they're like, no. You only had to get They showed the list, and there was like another 47 characters or regulars characters that they actually showed, and it was like, damn. So I'm going to try to aim for lists where there's only like 12 to 13 possibles, but we'll see. I'm airing my grievances tomorrow around the hollowed broomstick. Then I let the wrestling begin. Huh? You lost me, show. You lost me on that one. All right. So, with that, ladies and gentlemen, I gotta hope I didn't break my computer with it. It's basically. So again, ladies and gentlemen, while I wait for this thing to hopefully load and not break my computer, like it seems to have been doing lately, do not forget we are still taking nominations for the ABBA Awards. Now again, I know I said originally January 15th for nominations, but I had a couple people tell me, kind of like Show just did tonight, people forget stuff after a week. So, we are going to wrap up the nominations for the ABBA Awards on December 31st, 11:59 p.m. And we are still waiting. And tonight I will show you everybody that has gotten a nomination. If you've seen the Instagram account, you guys will know this already. And yes, I don't care about copyrights for the ABBA Awards. There's a purpose for this. And bros, just for you, we use Dancing Queen tonight. Just for you, because I know you were asking, when am I going to use Dancing Queen? So I figured I'll use it tonight. Again, it's no longer January 15th. It is December 31st, 2018. Oh no, we haven't gotten to the votes yet, little French lady. The votes will start January 1st. But yeah, it's like I got a lot of people. I was hoping it would have nominated others, but they haven't done it yet. Yeah, see, I don't like the porgs. I don't like the 8-bit pops. I don't like the porgs. Just like I don't like Dorbs. There's just something about them. I don't like them. They're not my thing. I agree. 8-bit pops are absolutely stupid. I get people like them for, well, I couldn't get the shredder pop, so I'm going to get the 8-bit shredder pop. Why not just make another shredder pop? The 8-bit for me is Funko starting to jump the shark. They are running out of ideas. If I wanted 8-bit pops, I'd go make them out of Legos or something. I want my pops to look cartoonish, but reasonably close. I don't want Minecraft pops. That's what it is. They remind me too much of Minecraft. I haven't seen those yet. I actually did see the Wet Bandit set, but I couldn't get them. I couldn't get them because I just didn't have the money for them. Ah, damn it. I didn't realize my charger was low. Hold on. Oh, that's not good. Shit, I did not realize my charger was low. Alright guys, I gotta shut it down real quick. Unfortunately. So I can restart it. Yeah, once I get this, it does not let me, it never lets me reset the damn thing. All right, guys. We will be back in about 5 minutes at most. Oh, wait. There we go. That was me being dumb. Me being dumb. I hate the fact that once it runs low, it takes forever to reset. Okay. Ah. Dum 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 dum. Alright, so we will definitely show you guys who has been nominated so far. And then we will jump to list number 2. So far, the streamers that have had nominations for them for an ABBA award, and this is counting the ones I got yesterday. Oh, damn it. All right, bear with me. I gotta change the colors. Nope, still can't read them. Damn it. Ah! I didn't even think about the tables in terms of... let's see if you guys can read the first one. Nope. Me had dumb moment. Yeah, I forgot about music. I hate that music. I hate it. I hate it. I hate it. I hate it. All right, I'll have to work on the table and change it up a bit. Let's see if this color works. Still not great, but it'll do. Actually, we'll cheat a little. I still have that on my Vita. I think I have it on the PS4 too. All right, we're gonna move the camera a little bit closer for now. Whoop, there we go. So at the moment, we have these are the numbers in terms of the nominations. These are all the numbers, and I pretty much guessed, and I mean I totally guessed that this one was going to end up with the most, the costume / makeup. We've actually got 7 people that have been nominated so far for this, and if there's somebody else you guys think deserves to be, you think needs to be in there, and they may or may not already be in there, you can basically send me a message via Instagram, YouTube, PlayStation. Whoop, get the camera. There we go. Via PlayStation or through the website. But some of the people that have been nominated so far are Twisted Sense, Ron Mexico, Ginger Geist, Mayor Furburger, Nerdy New Yorker, George Cooney, Singing Gamer, Listwitz, Timothy Finkelbottom III, Demon Buddy, Shaggy and Hippie Chick. There you go, Norville. I got it fixed. Nerdy. No. These aren't the votes yet, Walrus. These are just the nominations. The voting will actually start January 1st. We're still just taking nominations. We're giving everybody a chance to put their favorite streamers in here. If there's a streamer you like in a category they're in, then you give me a nomination. And then once we get all the nominations, and then we'll start doing the votes. So like I said, what do we have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7... 42, 43, 44, 45. So 46 various people have 46 different nominations. And yes, some of them are in multiple categories. I'll lay odds everybody can guess. Nerdy's in multiples. Eight-Legged Critters is in multiples. Critter is probably in multiples. And like I said, what surprises me is Spaceman Steve actually didn't get any nominations for anything until yesterday. There's still one streamer. Oh, is there only one for choreography? Did I not fix that? Oh yeah, there is only one for choreography so far. It's basically only one person has been nominated for this category yet. So of all these streamers, one of them is in the choreography category. And only one of them has been in the choreography category. The thing that scared me was, so far we've only got two people have been nominated for Best Actress. 2. We've only had 2 that have been nominated for the food stream. And 2 for animal. So right now, this one looks like it's a runaway. That's what it looks like. This one is going to be a runaway. So yeah, like I said. So if you guys let's just say, for instance, that for Edward Enigma, you nominated Listwitz, and then 6 other people nominated Listwitz, then that's only one nomination. But there were 4 different people that actually got nominated. So that's the current numbers at the moment. And like I said, we're going to be taking nominations until the 31st. And then after the 31st, I'm going to set up the voting. And the voting will be through a similar process. The voting will be through a similar process. As you can vote through Instagram, PlayStation Network, YouTube, the website. Some of the smaller categories, the categories with 4 or less, I'll probably actually do on stream and put votes in there. All right, so with that, ladies and gentlemen, we'll save that and I'll rework on that later. It is, whoop, I gotta move show's package. It's in the way of my screen. No, average isn't on there yet, which surprised me. Average wasn't on there. None of Average's characters were on there. There was another, because like I said, it surprised me. Average hadn't gotten any nominations. Spaceman Steve hadn't gotten any nominations. Who's the other one I'm thinking of? I was surprised Delic didn't get any nominations. Ty and Babe surprised me. There were a lot of good streamers out there that haven't gotten nominations yet. But like I said, I only have one nomination vote like you guys do. So I actually have nominated people in various categories. But my nominations will be just like yours. It will be put up for the vote. So there is no favoritism. If I like a streamer, it doesn't get a bump because I like them. All right, ladies and gentlemen, with that, we are going to set up list number 2 for the evening. And I think list number 2 is going to be a little bit easier, but we'll see. For list number 2 of the evening. Yeah, we played Quiplash Thursday, and then I played Your Own Words. So we kind of did like back to back on Thursday. But we only got like, 7 people for Your Own Words after Dr. Jekyll's broadcast. But it was List Wits After Dark, and everybody telling me I need to do an After Dark episode so we can have adult fun. And nobody was there except for like 6 of us. Including one 15-year-old, right, Leo? All right, ladies and gentlemen. For this list, we are looking for words and phrases that start with the word old. We are looking for words and phrases that start with the word old. Alexa, start 30-minute timer.
30 minutes, starting now.
All right, Sea Chicken taking the first one off the board. Old Yeller. And if you didn't cry at Old Yeller, I hate you. Old World, Old Shoe, Old MacDonald. Old Man, Old Bread, Old Folks Home is definitely on there. Old School, not there. Oldie Goldie. Fallen with the Old Testament. And I need some music while we're waiting. I'm going to say 6, 8, 9, and 10 are the hard ones. That's what I'm going to say. I'm going to say 6, 8, 9, and 10 are the hard ones. Old time rock and roll, the best kind of rock and roll. You can keep your heavy metal, you can keep your death metal. Nope, there will be nothing in front of it, little French lady. There will be nothing in front of it. The very first word in all of these is old. Old Flame, New Tricks. Damn, Angela, like cleaning up on you guys right now. Old as the hills. Yes, I am. And I am proud of it, Sea Chicken. Old Timmy. Old Timmy's in the well, lassie. Old timey. Old bat. Now, nobody calls her an old bat, Sea Chicken. Because you don't want to get beat up by Bubbles. So yeah, I'm gonna say all the hard ones are the ones on the right. I'm gonna say 6, 8, and 10 are the hard ones. Because I think they're actually a bunch of these are tough. I think, yep, she heard it. The old college try compared to the new college try. And in this list, ladies and gentlemen, prize winning slot's not there, or will be there, but we're not going to count it. We'll have one player slot, and whoever gets that one player slot will be our starting player for the updated 7 Keys game. And we did make some changes to it that I think will help improve the game. As you guys will see. Old timer, old battle axe, old wives' tale. So we are looking for old blank. And if I had to pick the hardest, I'm going to say number 8. I'm going to say number 8. No, I will take that back. I'll say number 6. I just remembered what number 6 was. Old habits die hard. And new habits are just as bad. Oh, King Coke. Something you're not telling us, Angela. There we go. So again, ladies and gentlemen, for those of you that have joined us for the first time, all right, Red, have yourself a Merry Christmas. May all your presents be shiny, bobbly, and wishy-washy. But we'd like to welcome you guys to Listwits. We are the one and only live interactive game show, live from PlayStation, live from the Playroom. And every Saturday night we come to you live from Twitch. Every Wednesday night we come to you live from YouTube. Old school tie. Not sure on that one, Sea Chicken. So again, we are looking for old blank. We are looking for anything that starts with the word old. Now I'm going to give you guys one hint. Only one of these has more than 2 words in it total. Only one of them has more than 2 words in it total. So Old MacDonald, Old Yeller, Old Country, Old Testament. It is all old blank with the exception of one. Old soldiers. Old soldiers never die. Now can you finish it? Ooh. I'm gonna put my notepad. I need my notepad. Wow, see, I thought number 5 would have come off pretty early. Number 5 surprises me. I thought number 5 would have come off early. Old enough to know better, too young to care. Plain and simple. That's how I know this is a new list, because I actually had that in there for one of them. I actually had old enough to know better, too young to care. That's how I know this is a brand new updated list. It is not one I forgot to delete and then recreate. Old Blue Eyes, I think, was on the last old list I had done. I think Old Blue Eyes was on the last one I had done. I think.
The greatest name in cosmetics presents the 1, 2, 4, 8, 16, 32, 64. Yes, the $64,000 question.
Old enough to know better, but young enough to do it again? No. Trust me, I know the quote. I had to hear it a million times from my dad. That one I do know. Ow. Oldenburg. I'll say you're on the right track, sort of, Angela. But I didn't use that word. You're on the right track, but I didn't use that word. So, ladies and gentlemen, we are looking for the last 4 of the old list. Yet all of these will start with the word old, and I will tell you right now, none of them are longer than 3 words total, including old. Angela taking number 6 off the board. She actually spelled it right, I didn't. It is Old Fogey, like me. I'm an old fogey, but I'm young at heart. Although my heart doesn't always seem to agree at times. Alright, so we are down to 3 on the old list. And yeah, wow, you guys are, I really thought that one was going to come off by now. I really thought number 5 was going to come off by now. Nope, not an old flame, not old as Adam. So we've got one left up here still that has 3 words in it. The other 2 only have 2 words in it. So we are looking for old blank. Old blank. Believe it or not, I actually took out Old Stomping Ground. I took out Old Stomping Ground for, I want to say, Old Folks Home. That's what I think I took it out for Old Folks Home. Why I took it out, I don't know. Because I actually like that one. So again, ladies and gentlemen, for those of you that have just joined us, welcome to List Wits. We are the one, the only live interactive game show, live from PlayStation, live from Twitch. And we don't care if there's only 6 of you on. If there's 12 of you on, then the system just doesn't count you. If there are 1,245 of you on, although I know we'll never get that high. Speaking of which, what is it listing us as streaming under? Because my page just says streaming. It doesn't say what we're streaming under. I forgot to check. So that's probably why nobody can ever find us anymore. Old Warhorse. Let me see. I will tell you that none of the three that are left are insulting to old people. I will tell you that none of the three that are left are insulting to old people. Yeah, I figured as much. Because like I said, it does say I'm only streaming. It doesn't say what I'm streaming at the moment. I forgot to fix that before I started the show. Like I said, it's the one problem with the Playroom. It really is. I forgot to change that. Oh well. Oh well. At least you guys know where to find me, right? That's the important part. Now we'll see if it changes it. Normally I remember to look and I just forget. No. Remember, nothing that is left insults anybody. Let's put it that way. None of them that are left insults. Well, none of them intentionally insult anybody. I will say one could be considered a sort of an insult, but sort of not. I'm going to have to remember to talk to Twitch and see if they can tell me why it's doing that. And the other part I can't figure out is I've seen some streamers show up on the Live from Playroom list with only like one viewer. But me, no, it never works. Oh, damn, Fallen, I love that one. The old gray mare, she ain't what she used to be. And we scare everybody off with my singing. Damn, that one is beautiful. That one is beautiful. So we are looking for 3 olds. And I will tell you, Nerdy did not eat one of them. We'll see if that gives you a hint for one of them. I'm not going to say which one. Old thing, old tricks? Nope, not what we are looking for. Alright, I will tell you one of them. I'm being nice and giving hints. You guys know I normally don't do this. One of them is an inner circle. One of them is famous. And one of them, you guys are speaking it now. Well, you're speaking, you're not speaking it now, but if you were a lot older, you would be. Old Boy or Old Boys Network. I would have taken either or for that one. Show with Old English. So we are down to number 5. Number 5, I am shocked. Number 5, I did not think was going to be the last one. Number 5 is famous. I mean, it is massively famous. And this is the one that I would have never picked as being the last one. I would never have picked it. I mean, I would have said Old Country would have been there, would have been not been gotten before number 5. I don't want to. There's a hint, and I don't want to give it. But I may have to. There, number 5 is absolutely famous. Everybody's heard of number 5. Everybody. I'm trying to think. What kind of hint do I want to give for number 5? All right, I've got one word. Water. We'll give you that one. Number 5, absolutely famous, and your first keyword is water. Ah, damn. And there's a reason I'm off camera. Don't take it personally, guys. There's a reason I'm off camera at the moment. God, I don't want to use this word. I've got like 3 easy words I could give you guys. And I don't want to do it just yet.
Can you use a region of the world?
No, because if I do that, it's a definite giveaway.
Oh.
I think you know which one it is.
Yeah. How about the Northern Hemisphere?
No.
No?
Western Hemisphere. So we'll give you Western Hemisphere. Ironically, she hasn't seen the list and she knows what it is now. I'm like 99.99% sure she knows it. Western Hemisphere. All right, I've got to do it. I got to do it. At one point in history, you could set your watch by this. At one point in history, you could set your watch by number 5. You can't do it anymore. I do know that. There we go. Old Faithful. Yeah, the lady. I was like, I really thought somebody would have gotten that one real early. Old Faithful from Yellowstone Park. It's no longer that way because of shifts and everything. But it used to be guaranteed you. At one point, you could set your clock at a certain time of the day, every day, she'd erupt. It was a guaranteed thing. I want to say it changed in 2012. They sort of started noticing that it like moved back a second or so. So it's slowly been kind of like adjusting. Volcano was a word I thought about using, but I couldn't do it. Volcano was one I thought about using, but I couldn't do it because it really wasn't a volcano. That's why the first clue was water. So we had Old MacDonald, Old Yeller, Old Man River. There was another one that comes to mind now. Old Man Old Man in the Sea. Old Folks Home, Old Faithful, Old Fogey. Like I said, yes, I know I misspelled Old Fogey. Old Testament, Old English, Old Country, and Old Boys Network. And Angela pretty much ran the table on you guys tonight on that one. Angela had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Fallen with 3, Sea Chicken with 1, and Show with 1. All right, so again, there is no small prize. We are limiting the small prizes to the Wednesday episodes. But what we are doing is we are going to give one player the chance to run the board on the 7 Keys game. But the 7 keys will be open to everybody. The question is, who will be our player? Our player is... Our player is Fallen. Fallen will be our initial player for the 7 Keys game. So, Fallen, I hope you are ready, my friend, because you have a target on your back right now. All right, now you guys will have to bear with me because I got to open the game.
This one of them? Or is it this one? Or this one? We'll find out in a moment in this game of hide and seek at these 9 celebrities.
And like I said, I have revamped this. now, ironically, Fallen could actually lose control of the board to everybody else, but he could run the board. So it just depends. Now, this will take a second to load. It will take a second to lock up. I like the, oh, that is a beautiful way to put it, Angela. It really is. Speaking of which, Fallen, I'm kind of mad at you from this morning. It's not personal. You were actually on playing Rocket League this morning, and you never sent me an invite to come join you. I wanted all the practice I could get. As you can tell, I needed it. And you were on playing, and I'm like, send me the invite, damn it, send me the invite, I want to play. Hey, Leroy, what's good? Because, yeah, it's basically when Nerdy would do Rocket League tournaments, I will get on Saturday mornings, and I will play online, I will play offline, so on and so forth. And it was like, because I was looking for Big Daddy Juggalo, because I was wanting to play with him, and he's on playing, what was he on playing? He was playing Fortnite. I'm like, dude, go play Rocket League so we can practice. But yeah, dude, if you're ever on playing and we're playing the same thing, it's like, hit me up. Yeah, I know. But you were in the game, so it was like, it was one of those like, because originally I was looking for Big DJ to get some practice, and he's playing freaking Fortnite this morning. It's like, no, wrong game. All right, ladies and gentlemen, it is time for 7 keys. Did you ever play Chutes and Ladders? Up the board, down the board. No telling how long it'd take you to get to the top. Well, For those of you that make fun of me from using stuff from the 1950s and 60s and 70s, this was actually designed in the 1950s. The only difference is their version was pretty much all visual. Ours is all trivia. This game is open to everybody on the channel, but only one player is in control at any time. In this case, it's Fallen. We're going to start at the start square, which is square number 1. And we skip that because Fallen is in control of the board. If Fallen can answer the question, we basically move him up the board. If Fallen misses the question, it becomes an open question to the channel. Now again, this is one of the things I have changed. It's not going to show on the screen at the moment. Alright, show. Have yourself a Merry Christmas, and again, thank you for the gift. She is going to appreciate it. Because I'm not putting that in a prize pot. No. I'm not doing it. You will move forward X number of spaces if you get it correct. The space that you land on will then be uncovered to reveal 4 possible squares. There's a forward square, which is basically a free, no question, you get to move forward some more. A penalty square, in which you move backwards. A lose your turn square, and that is basically if you are in control and you hit lose your turn, Alexa, off. Alexa, off. You are the only person that cannot answer the question. First correct answer takes control of the board. And finally, the question box. If you are in control of the board and you land on a question box, you basically get first choice to answer the question. If you miss the question, it becomes an open question for the channel. And if you miss it, somebody else is taking control of the board for you. Forwards and penalties may be applied and will be landed on at any time. This actually changed. I have changed the board, so once you land on a square, it will thereafter change to a standard question. So for instance, if you land on a penalty square, you go backwards for 3 spaces and then you go forward 3 spaces, it becomes a new question square. There are 8 to 24 forwards, penalties, and lose your turn squares, and 46 to 62 questions on the board. So it's a game of knowledge and a little bit of luck. Note that at the very top row, there will be no forwards. In the very bottom row, there will be no backwards. LYTs, or lose your turns, can appear anywhere on the board. And basically, to win the game, you just have to get past square number 70. You have to get past it. All right, so with that, ladies and gentlemen, it is time to start the 7 keys game. So Fallen, you are the one man in control of the board. And with that, we start you on square number 1, which is always a start square. So Fallen, whoops. Here is your first question. And again, this is for Fallen and Fallen only. And crap, it's missing something. Hold on. Told you, I fixed it and I forgot to change something. Bear with me 1 minute. Alright, I gotta reload it. This now does take a moment longer to reload. Because Thummy forgot one thing. I am ashamed to admit it, but I have to admit it. And yes, ladies and gentlemen, this is our prize game of the night. So if you are here on the channel and participating in this game, this is the game you can win something. And this does take a moment to load up because of my blunder. It shouldn't take this long to load up, but it does. There we go. No, it was actually programmer goof. This was programmer goof. I took a command out that I shouldn't have. Alright, Fallen. So the question for you is, what is Dan short for in former Vice President Dan Quayle's name? So basically, what is Dan Quayle's full first name? Now, this is one of those where I kind of want to put a timer in the game, but I'm not going to do it just yet because I trust you guys not to really go Google hunting. Now, don't prove me wrong either. I know Fallen doesn't. I know Angela Law doesn't. So I'm trusting you guys not to go Google hunting. It is indeed Danforth. It is definitely indeed Danforth. So, whoop, there we go, reset board. So with that, Fallen, you are moving one space forward. And you get a question. Alright, so the orange squares are always question squares. As long as Fallen gets them right, he is in control of the board. I hate it when it does this. It always does this. Alright. What table sports intricacies are revealed in a book called Sizzling Chops and Devilish Spins? What table sports intricacies are revealed in a book called Sizzling Chops and Devilish Spins? For some reason, I always have problems with this one question. I think I've got a whole bunch of them in here, and this one always chops it out. Nope, it is not pool, which means it is open to the channel, ladies and gentlemen. Which table sports intricacies are revealed in a book entitled Sizzling Chops and Devilish Spins? So we are looking for the table sport. Now, Fallen, you are not locked out, just to let you know. It is ping pong. So Angela takes control of the board. And with that, Angela, you are moving forward 5 spaces to number 7. Oh, and it's another question. So Angela, you are in control of the board until you either hit a lose your turn or you miss a question and somebody steals it from you. So here is your question. Who modestly proclaimed after setting baseball's career stolen base mark in 1991, "Today, I am the greatest of all time"? Who modestly proclaimed after setting the career stolen bases mark in baseball in 1991, Today, I am the greatest of all time, and it is not Muhammad Ali. It is indeed Ricky Henderson. All right, Angela, with that, you move forward 10 steps. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So you are going to question 17, and it is another question. So Angela, keeping control of the board. And here is your question, my dear. What nation's Lake Karachay, located near a nuclear power plant, closed in 1999? Let me say that again. What nation's Lake Karachay, located near a nuclear power plant, I can't get the English out, that closed in 1999, emits enough radiation to kill a person in an hour? Which nation's Lake Karachay, located near a nuclear power plant that closed in, I still can't say nuclear power plant, that closed in 1999, emits enough radiation that it could kill a person in 1 hour? She says it's Russia, and it is indeed Russia. It is actually located near Chernobyl. And with that, Angela moves forward 6 spaces to number 23. And that is another question. And it's happened, folks, where we're basically, once one person's gotten the board, nobody's gotten it back. So with that, Angela, your next question, my dear. Which NBA owner once warned that he might get some tweezers and yank out some of Commissioner David Stern's nose hairs? Which NBA owner once warned that he might get some tweezers out and yank out some of Commissioner David Stern's nose hairs? Let's see how well she knows her sport. Well, she got Ricky Henderson. Let's see how well she knows her basketball. Angela with no clue, which means it's open to the channel, ladies and gentlemen. It is open to the channel. Which NBA owner once warned that he might get some tweezers and yank out some of Commissioner David Stern's nose hairs? Now, I'll be honest, there's only really about 4 owners in NBA basketball that are famous enough to get their own trivia question. Sea Chicken, 100% right. It was Mark Cuban. Mark Cuban was irate. I can't remember what for, but he was ready to go off on Commissioner Stern. So Sea Chicken in control of the board, and Sea Chicken, with that, you move forward 5 spaces to question number 28, which is another question for you, my friend. So Sea Chicken, this question is for you. What movie did Frank DeCaro describe as a 3-hour epic about returning bad jewelry? What movie did Frank DeCaro describe as a 3-hour epic about returning bad jewelry? So the question is for Sea Chicken. So Sea Chicken, you get first guess at this question. But yeah, because I've done this game before, and this is, like I said, before I fixed a few bugs. I want to say it was Mark, HBK, and Emery's were playing. And basically what happened is Mark had control of the board. Oh, Sea Chicken passing, which means it. Oh, Fallen taking it. It is Lord of the Rings. It is indeed Lord of the Rings. I didn't have to have the Fellowship of the King. I just needed the Lord of the Rings part. And with that, Fallen moving forward 2 spaces. So Fallen, you are on question 30. Oh, the lose your turn, which means this question is eligible to anybody except Fallen. Fallen is the only player that cannot answer this question. So that's where the luck comes in. Which fatty acids in cold water fish are believed to reduce the risk of strokes? Which fatty acids in cold water fish are believed to reduce the risk of strokes? And Fallen is the only one that cannot answer this question. Correct, Angela. It is omega-3. It is indeed omega-3, which means Angela is now in control of the board. And we move Angela forward 7 spaces to number 37. And it is a standard. No, you actually won this on 2 questions, Sea Chicken. Because, oh, that's right, it was you, HBK, and Mark. Mark started with the board, and he lost it like around, on box 19. HBK got 1 turn, he hit lose a turn. Mark got it back. He took it all the way up to like 65, and he lost. He had a lose your turn on 65. And basically, Sea Chicken had a 4 space and a 3 space to win it. All right, Angela, the question for you is, which 1991 remake starred Robert De Niro in the psychotic role created by Robert Mitchum? What 1991 remake starred Robert De Niro in the psychotic role created by Robert Mitchum? It is Cape Fear. I still think Mitchum did it better, but I like the Robert De Niro version. I still think Mitchum did it better. All right, Angela, moving forward. Now, just to show you, I'm going to show you guys how it changed. Now, so for instance, Fallen lost hit the lose your turn on 30. You'll notice it is no longer a lose your turn. It's basically once it hits a spot, it changes back to just a basic question. I did not hit the forward step, did I? No, I did not. Oh, it's only 2 spots for Angela. And with that, it is lose your turn. Oh, just like that. She gets the question right and loses the board. All right, so this question is open to anybody except Angela. What celebration's 7 principles are Umoji, Kuji, I have no idea how to say the second one, Ujima, Ujama, Nia, Cuba, and Amami? Which celebration's 7 principles are Umoja, Kuji Chichijiwa, I guess, Ujima, Ujama, Nia, Cuba, and imami. Imami. I hate it. I don't ever study the pronunciation for my own questions. I really should, but I don't ever do it. So the question is open to everybody but Angela La. You should have said I had actually already hit the 7, and then you would have skipped it. It is Kwanzaa. It is indeed Kwanzaa. And with that, Fallen takes control of the board with a 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 39 plus 6 is 45. And it is a standard question for Fallen. So, Fallen, here is your question. Which duo squared off in the U.S. presidential election, billed as the Shrimp versus the Wimp? So I need both participants. What duo squared off in the U.S. presidential election that was billed as the Shrimp versus the Wimp? So I need both sides of the election. Funny thing is, we haven't hit any penalty squares. I know they're in there. But yeah, it's basically I have on file 70 questions for this board because there are 70 spaces. But I'm gonna say I don't think we've ever got past like 12 questions for any game of this. So it's surprisingly, this game's a lot shorter than you'd actually think it is just by looking at the board. So, Fallen, which duo squared off in the U.S. presidential... I swear the host cannot speak English today. Nope, it is not George H.W. Bush and Al Gore. Which means it's open to the channel. Nope, not Clinton versus Dole. Besides, it wasn't George H.W. Bush versus Al Gore. It was George W. Bush. Nope. There we go. It was George W. Bush and Michael Dukakis. It was billed as the Shrimp versus the Wimp. And you thought they made bad names with Trump and Hillary. So Angela back in control of the board. And the next steps is 5 steps up the board to number 50 for Angela, which is a forward square. Basically what this means, Angela, is you basically get a free spin and hopefully you don't land on a lose your turn. So for the forward, we are moving you forward another 6 spaces, which is a standard question for Angela. Oh, this one's an easy sports question. Who is the subject of a plaintive memoir by his daughter, Kalia, titled Butterflies and Bees, A Woman's Search for Her Father? Who is the subject of a plaintive memoir by his daughter, Kalia, titled Butterflies and Bees, A Woman's Search for Her Father? Hey, Coach, what's good, my friend? The worst part is I threw a hint out there, and it's like, damn it. I wasn't even intending to. I just hadn't seen the whole question. So Angela, who was the subject of a plaintive memoir by his daughter Kalia, titled Butterflies and Bees, A Woman's Search for Her Father. It was Muhammad Ali. Kalia Ali wrote about her father, who she pretty much, I think she's the one that had no relation with him. I think. Nerdy would know better than I do, because he knows more about Ali than I do right off the top of my head. So with that, Angela moves forward 8 spaces to number 64, which is a standard question. So here's where it starts to get interesting. If Angela gets this question correct, and then, or let's say Angela gets this question correct, or if she misses it and somebody else gets it, and the forward spin is a 7 or more, the game is over. So, here is the question for you, Angela. Which TV dramedy never recovered after Aaron Sorkin wrote Robert Guillaume's real-life stroke into the script? What TV dramedy never recovered after Alan Sorkin wrote Robert Guillaume's real-life stroke into the script? So we hit no penalty squares. We hit 2 lose your turn squares. No, it is not Benson. It is open to the channel, ladies and gentlemen. What TV dramedy never recovered after Aaron Sorkin wrote Robert Guillaume's real-life stroke into the script? So it is open to everybody on the channel, including yourself, Angela. You are not locked out. It is Sports Night. It is a Sports Night. He actually had a stroke during the middle, I want to say season 1. So he had to be taken out. He had to be taken out for like 3 or 4 episodes. And then for whatever reason, Aaron Sorkin basically wrote the script as if the boss had had a stroke. And it was basically nobody wanted to do it. Nobody wanted real life to that one. All right, so with that, Coach, if the forward steps that we reveal is a 7 or better, you win the game on one question. Ladies and gentlemen, it is a 9. It is a 9, which takes us beyond square number 71. And with that, Coach, you have passed square number 70. You landed on square number 71. Or actually, you landed on square number 73. And Coach takes it on one question. That's how it's kind of set up. Nicely done, Coach. A 1 question win. And surprisingly, that only went 23 minutes. Wow. 1 question for Coach, and he takes it. All right, give me a minute because I've got to erase a ton of questions that are on my file. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So the game actually went 12 questions. I guarantee you this game will never go 70. But I just have the 70 in there just in case. You go like 1, 1, 1, 1, 1. It was, yeah, like I said, HBK has been in that boat, Angela La. Emery's has been in that boat. Fallen has been in that boat. Who else? Because I think I've actually run this game 4 times. I think I've run this game only 4 times ever since I had it. And all right, Coach, give me a minute to get it loaded, get the treasure chest loaded up. But yeah, like I said, there have been a few people that have done that and got to the top and then got hit. Like I said, I know HBK got to the top and he lost on a lose your turn question. I think Fallen's lost once on a lose your turn and once on a miss. I'm trying to remember how many times I've run that game. I swear it's got to be at least 4 or 5 times, I think. And like I said, once I get a new career settled back in, we'll go back to the old school of smalls and larges. Playing the violin on the Titanic. But what was I just going to say? Something else. I forget now. But yeah, I've had a few people lose that game, like on the top row. And like I said, I was surprised no penalties came up. Usually a couple of them do pop up during the game. But Fallen was the one that was getting like the 1s and the 2s on the dice roll. Well, we're going to see what happens during the free agent season, Coach. So far I'm worried. Whoop, wrong one. I went to the wrong slide. Because I don't know who they've picked up. I don't think they've picked anybody up. I think they've lost too many players. I know they lost at least 1 reliever, and I want to say 1 shortstop, I think. All right, Coach, with your 1 question win, you get to pick a number between 1 and 154. Oh, we got 2. Cool. Well, that's one we need. That's one we definitely need. Yeah, actually, I believe that is your first time to ever win anything, Coach. And like I said, I apologize, folks, that I cut back on the prizes. I just really don't have a choice until the job situation is back in hand, because this is going to be my last big shipment for a while. You got to say it. I'm not going to say it. We are not doing List Wits After Dark. That's Thursday nights after Freddy. And for those of you that don't know, I've had some of my friends on here basically pick on me for not doing an adult-oriented stream. So what we're doing is Thursday nights, if there's nobody streaming that I'm watching or we're not playing any video games locked in, we basically run a Your Own Words game. It's literally a video game. It's basically Jackbox, a little more graphically oriented. I do wish they had more games on it, but... Oh, the Bobby Orr figure. Coach getting one of my McFarlane figures. Let me make sure I get the right one, because I have two hockey figures around here somewhere. Coach, you, my friend, are getting Mr. Chicago Blackhawk Bobby Orr, as made by McFarlane. So there you go, Coach. That is now yours, my friend. And like I said, I've got about 5 or 6 packages on the lineup to get sent out. Like I said, this will be pretty much my last big shipment going out next week. We will still continue to give away stuff, but again, Wednesday nights we'll be giving away the smalls. And oh, Angela dropping some sports trash talk. Trust me, I don't like them either. I am not a Chicago fan. If there's a team in Chicago or New York, I've learned to hate them. So, Coach, I will need you to get me your mailing address. You can do it through either PlayStation Network or Instagram or the webpage. Any one of the three. And I will get it and get that out to you. I hate the Bears. I hate the Cubs. I hate St. Louis even worse than the Cubs, and I live here. But that's a story for a different game. Well, no, actually, I'll say why I hate them. I hate St. Louis because one day they're playing Houston. It's like one of the first games of the season, and frickin' Albert Pujols does a dirty slide right into our catcher in Houston. And everybody's like, oh no, it's a clean slide. All the radio hosts, oh no, the catcher was in the way. And it was, I was pissed. And from that day forward, I have hated the Cardinals forever. I refuse to root for them. I will not wear anything that's St. Louis Cardinals based. If I were to get tickets to a St. Louis Cardinals game, if it wasn't against Houston, I would literally tear them up, or I'd give them away to somebody. No, I like Chicago pizza, but I actually became a Saints fan because the first game I had ever seen in 1972, and I was a kid. I was only like 4 years old, or maybe 5. I can't remember what date the game actually was. My brother had just been born that year, and the Chicago Bears were playing on TV. They were playing the New Orleans Saints. Yeah, Bradley, that's the one. And basically, Archie Manning basically beat the Chicago Bears. And I'm like, yes, this is to give my little brother, who was just born, the big FU. And it was one of those cases where No, 72, Sea Chicken, 72. Archie Manning was on the bench, and he actually came in during that game. That was his first ever game. Or maybe his second. I think he'd come off the bench once before. And it was like, from that day forward, I hated the Bears. My hatred for them kind of died because it built down south, and you hated Atlanta, you hated Dallas, you hated Chicago, and so on and so forth. Or not Chicago, Charlotte, Tampa. But that was the day I became a Saints fan. Well, the old list was me, remember? That's why every time you guys picked old man or old hack or old bag, it's like, they're just making fun of me because of my age. I know that's what y'all are doing. But yeah, it's like I never hated the Cardinals until Pujols actually tried to take out Lidge at the plate. I didn't like them, but I didn't hate them. I hated them from that. I've hated them from that point on. I've hated Chicago Bears forever. I'm not a fan of the Cubs, but I don't hate the Cubs. But I've always grown up. You hate everything in New York. So it's like the Yankees, the Mets, the Jets, the Giants, the Rangers, the Islanders. You hate them. And so on and so forth. All right, ladies and gentlemen, with that, we are going to wrap things up tonight. I want to thank those of you that came in and came to watch us, even though Twitch kind of hosed me on the channel streaming list for some reason. Like I said, it was because I wasn't paying attention. I was trying to get on as fast as I could after Nerdy's Rocket League tournament. Hopefully, Nerdy will be back early next year. Hopefully, Dr. Jekyll will be back early next year. Make sure you guys get your nominations in for the ABBA Awards. The nomination and my voice is starting to go. The nomination awards, the nomination for the ABBAs will be December 31st, 11:59 p.m. I'm always going to wish you luck, my friend. I'm always going to wish you luck. That's why that never leaves the screen. It is probably the most prized possession anybody has ever given me. And I mean that seriously. But ladies and gentlemen, it is the holiday weekend. We want to wish each and every one of you a very Merry Christmas. Hopefully the new year will be great for you guys. I hope it'll be great for me too. But you never know what's going to happen. And just remember, and I'm not even going to do the gray cell thing. But we put it up on the board. Christmas has always been the spirit of giving without a thought of giving or getting. I can't even say that right. Ladies and gentlemen, I hope you guys have a very, very wonderful Christmas. May you get everything you all hope for, everything you want. May you and your families have that. And I don't usually do it this way, but please do not forget what the real meaning of this holiday is. It is the most precious holiday out there. And with that, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to wish you guys a good night, Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays, and all those other holiday claims. And with that, we will see you guys on Wednesday.